That.
Looks like Bill Kerman's onto the start-finish straight here. We'll just follow them across the line and our race will be off. And here we go for 1 hour of racing at Imola. The GTE field is off to a good start. No major hitches. Looks like Josh Click is about to fill in behind the LMP2 field. So we'll see what kind of action goes down here in race 4 of our season 2. Looks like somebody's gone off in a major way back there. I think that was Raz Daniels in the black LMP Ligier. Yeah, it looks like Raz Daniels fell down quite a number of places there. Echo staying right up behind Kerman, and we've got Turambar, Dabo, and Zedian keeping a pretty good clip here. I believe our GTE field has crossed the line as well, and they are off and racing. Extrovert leading some VS and Ice behind them. Try to get trackside, see if anything major's going down in the backfield. Welcome from Las Vegas Airport. How fun! We got 2 hours. Well, we got at least 53 minutes of entertainment here for you. In with Sierra, see how he's keeping up with the pack here. Not doing too bad here. Looks like Ice may have slipped out on the back end just a little bit through that corner. I think Dabo has moved up a place. I believe was Raz Daniels ahead of him when he went off track and fell behind. I'm not sure, but that's Dabo into 4th. I think Dabo's looking good in this race. I hope he gets a podium here. I don't know if he's got a podium finish yet in the LMP2 category. Oh, and he's looking very cheeky already here on Turambar's backside. And Turambar goes wide. I'm not sure if there's a contact made there or not, but Turambar safely rejoins. Looks like somebody has to go around him. Slam on the brakes a little bit. Peter Parnell. Hello, is that Parney? I can only assume that's Parney. It makes sense. Sedian keeping up behind Dabo now as Dabo moves up into 3rd place. That's definitely where he wants to be. GTE, not a lot doing. Looks like they've still got a pretty close pack racing here. Newcomer Fjord is right up on Ice's tail, which is definitely a welcome development. It's good to have a newcomer here that's showing up and being competitive. That's always good. Looks like a little bit of drama down the field. Jan's up into P25 as Mason moves behind. Josh Click appears to have dropped completely behind both fields here. I'm not sure what happened there. And Sam along with him. Josh Click now getting lapped by his teammate Bill Kerman. What's happened? Did he get damaged coming out of the pits? Did something go wrong there? I'm not sure. Very interesting. Echo dropping a second behind Bill Kerman here. Hopefully he can keep up the pressure here. Once he let Bill Kerman run, he's gone with the win. Alboner and Walrusian got a nice little team start here. They can kind of hopefully help each other climb the ranks a little bit with some shake and bake slingshot maneuvers. We'll see. Yeah, Barney, who are your teammates? Ariel, is Ariel with us on this race? Ariel and Havner, Harney's teammates on PAFR Motorsport team. Echo still keeping up on Kerman's backside, and we've still got a pack here of some Ice and Sjord. Looks like Extrovert is a good second ahead of that pack. Oh, it looks like Sjord has moved ahead of Ice now by a fair margin. I don't know if Ice momentarily lost control. That is too bad. We've seen Ice have some bad luck early on in races, and I just want him to have a good race for once. Ice winds up being a victim of accidents early on in races all too often. I've seen it happen many times, and it's a morale killer. So hopefully he's not too worse for the wear here after losing that third place to Sjord. The rest of the GTE pack is a good 2 seconds ahead of Sjord though, so not too much doing there. Looks like one of the LMP cars is off, and that's How Good Am I moving up into third place. I think that was Echo that dropped behind there after going off track. Welcome to anybody just joining us. We're 10 minutes into Season 2's Week 4 race at Imola. Autodromo Internazionale di Enzo e Dino Ferrari. Free Wi-Fi and it's good. That's rare. It's not too often you get good Wi-Fi. I'm happy for that. Thanks, man. Glad you could join us. Here's Turenbar staying right up on How Good. He's not letting him run away with it just yet. Some VS right on Extrovert's tail here. Some looking for the pole position in GTE category. Looks like we got some drama here in the LMP2 field. So much going on in these early laps of the race here. It's hard to keep track of it all. We'll see if some VS can make any moves here on Extrovert. Is that 18 degrees Celsius then, or Fahrenheit? It's probably, I think it's like 2 degrees below Fahrenheit up in Minnesota here. It's, I imagine it's quite a bit warmer in Las Vegas. What happened to Echo? What happened to Dabo? Why are you here? I thought you were racing. Echo, Echo went off track. Echo went wide and lost 2 or 3 positions in one go. It was a big shame. Was that Kerman spun? No, that was Josh Click having some more difficulty here. Not sure what the problem is here. Josh Click has been having a horrible time after that, trying to serve that drive-through early in the race. Dabo got disconnected. Bad luck. Fat Mouse got disconnected. Bad luck. That is always a shame. It seems somebody's going to get disconnected in a full grid like this, and it is just such a shame that can't just have a nice competition when you prepare for a race all week and then can't do it. There's one of Her Majesty's Racing off track. Doesn't appear to have been Extrovert. Oh, it's Dick. Oh, hey. Yeah, I suppose I could have guessed from the mouse. Hillbilly Chris, welcome. So, I'm always sorry to see the guys that got disconnected come up in the chat. It breaks my heart a little bit. Is Ariel racing? I don't think he is, actually. But Havner's here, and he is extremely damaged. that is Sjord and Sums are previous second and third for GTE into the pits. They both got damage. I think they probably had a collision with each other and decided the damage was not worth going on. So they're going into the pits well early of any planned pit stop here. And that puts Moffel into third, Ice into second now, getting those free positions, and Jab is in fourth. Yeah, right. Hey, that's what I'm here for. I'm the entertainment. So at least we can all enjoy the race together. Hopefully, I'm sure there's bound to be some more heartbreak here. Here's Apex Envy up on Hav's tail, and is that? Yep, that's Kerman trying to make his way around them. We'll see how that goes. He's tucking in between Jav, cutting up the inside, and he is off. And it looks like Apex is not swayed by that maneuver. I think Jav somehow caught the worst of it, having to go wide through that turn, kind of lost some time, running a little wide again. Kermit is already in a 15-second lead. Yeah, that's... Now the next bet is not for winner of the race, it's how far will Kerman win the race by. He got up to 1 minute 59 seconds of a lead in the last race, and that was absolutely bananas. Now it looks like How Good Am I? He's taking a peek up Zedian's tail. What is going on? It's a major leg incident. Let's check in with driver radio real quick. See if anybody's swearing. We got some VS fans here. We got some Alboner fans here. It's good to see people coming in for some quality racing. Trying to figure out, yeah, some VS came out of the pits quite late, is now in 10th position for GTE. I forgot who went in. Oh, that was Sjord that went in with him, and Sjord came out in 11th place. Some incident happened there, and that's sad to see because they both lost significant places. How good, just not letting Zedian breathe here. He's going to keep making the most of that slipstream until he can make a move here. We'll see what goes on. Yeah, there was a brief leg incident. I didn't hear anything on driver radio when I tuned in, so I'm not sure if it was just on my end or what. I don't think anybody has retired. Wow, we got 26. We had 2 disconnections and 2 more disconnections. That's hard to say. Here's Meeksta getting real comfy with Mac through the chicanes. Mac goes real wide. Yeah, Sums and Sjord both entered the pits at the same time with significant damage, and unfortunately lost a lot of time because of that. Sums moving up into, let's see, P8 now, so Sums is recovering nicely, and it seems Sjord has actually reclaimed some position as well behind him. Extrovert getting real close to Ice here, who's managed to get into pole position while we weren't looking. So this, I'm not gonna say it. I don't want to curse anybody. Just I have some hope for this race. Just know that. And it looks like Extrovert's dropped back a fair amount there. How Good is still on the tail of Zedian, while Rusian keeping within a second of his teammate Alboner. Yeah, Zedian is really, really putting on the pace here as they're getting caught out in some GTE traffic significantly. How Good is staying hot on his tail, tucking in there between Last One on Drugs Corvette. Oh, and it looks like Zedian's pulled ahead of How Good, actually, by a fair margin there. Good for him. Ice still keeping within a second of, or Extrovert keeping within a second of Ice here. I wish I had caught that overtake. I am saddened by that, but there's surely more action and drama here to follow. Looks like Click is clawing his way back up the GTE field. We'll have to have a word with him after the race and find out what happened here, because there's definitely some disaster there. Looks like Touring Bar's overtaken How Good getting that, trying to get that position back, not doing it. Okay, so Echo passed How Good as well. I think How Good had a little moment there and lost a significant amount of time, so that's Touring Bar up into third for LMP2 and Echo behind him. Extrovert still keeping well within a second of Ice. He is within a half second there. Ice gets a little bit better of an exit through that corner. Ice is starting to pull away. We'll see what Extrovert can manage here. I think Ice has not really given Extrovert the chance for the slipstream here on the start-finish straight. Although the gap is shrinking as they move into the braking zone, and probably will not be enough. Oh, and Ice is off in a major way. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Ice. This is your race, bud. Come on. Get back in there. Ice rejoins safely and in P2. But he's got Moffel behind him by 2 seconds. Now at 1.8, 1.9. There's a big opportunity for Moffel if he can catch up to Ice now and start getting the tow from him through these fast sections. Echo and Touring Bar are going to be battling it out here. Echo's taking peaks left and right. That's, I think, Josh Click off track again. Yeah, I want the roof cam for this. I want to see what Echo's thinking here. Taking a peek around the outside. Is he going to make this stick? That was a phenomenal move. Looks like Touring Bar kind of gave him the pass there when he saw he was going to the outside. Touring Bar had to slam on the brakes a little bit and give him some room because they were just getting into the braking zone as Echo moved up there, and Touring Bar is sticking with him. Zedian is in the pit. Yeah, Zedian, and that's, well, we're 36 minutes in, but I don't believe that was a scheduled stop. Does he have any damage? I'm not sure. Is he doing a drive-through? We don't have track limits on. I don't know what's going on there. We'll catch up with Touring Bar here as Zedian rejoins behind. Zedian now in 11th place for LMP2 category. Not good. I'm not sure what happened there. Looks like Click getting caught up with some GTE traffic down there in the field. So Extrovert has retaken the lead here. Ice is still behind him by seven or so seconds. And Moffel has dropped back to 2 seconds behind Ice. Race leader Bill Kerman now with a dominant 34-second lead over Echo, who's in second position. Tourenbar in third for LMP2. Snacks up into P7 for GTE. If Ice stays where he is and Snacks keeps on gaining points, we would have a very nice team finish for those guys that have not had the best of luck this season. Hello, Havner. Welcome to the chat. Another unfortunate retirement. Yeah, it seems like most of the chat is drivers that got disconnected now. It's unfortunate, but I'm glad to have you guys with us. We can all enjoy the race together, and hopefully you guys can provide some insight as my honorary co-commentators here in the box. Yeah, that is Echo into the pit, and How Good up into third place now. Now we're getting to the point where this could be a planned pit stop. Yeah, right. Echo, yeah, it was just a quick pit stop. Didn't seem like there's any repairs there, so that was quite possibly just a tire and fuel stop. Not sure what the tire strategy is exactly for this race, but I think a one stop is possible if you're nice to your tires and take a reasonable amount of fuel with you. Let's see, Snacks possibly trying to make some moves on Dat Miffy here, trying to get that 6th place from Miffy. Looks like Echo's moved up behind the Biltema team, who are in 7th and 8th. Echo passing Albiner, looking to move on Walrusian, but he is 6 seconds ahead of them, and they are separated by a fair amount of cars. Havner says crazy people, one stop is possible. Crazy people would try no stop. Yeah, I'm assuming. Oh yeah, this is one of those tracks where if you're absolutely risky, you can try to stretch the fuel out, but we've seen that backfire at Brands Hatch before, where somebody ran out on the final lap and lost their podium over it. As Daniels up on Mac's tail there, Mac in the yellow and silver LMP car. Getting separated by some GTE traffic as Raz goes up the inside of the GTE car. No big deal there, but that GTE car is going to be feeling that delay. Miffy still hanging a half second behind Snacks. Snacks passed Miffy now for P6. Sjord and Sums have not quite made up the positions they lost due to that incident and the necessary repairs. Unfortunate for them, they're seeming to have to battle it out for P8 in GTE right now. Not where they imagine themselves being, I'm sure. Here's Raz Daniels looking real hungry on Mac's backside. Raz Daniels, pretty aggressive driver. Mac's going to be feeling that pressure right about now. Not even half a second separating them. Raz is well into the slipstream. It looks like Raz has made it happen. Mac not giving up on it though. He's going to be sticking to Raz's backside as best he can. Extrovert still in the lead for GTE. Ice managing his 2nd place still despite that spin. And Moffel is in 3rd for GTE still. What happened to Meek? That's a great question, and it is one that I am not equipped to answer, but we've got 23 entrants now as Raz Daniels goes wide and Mac retakes his position in P4. Unfortunate for Raz. Some looking to get a position back from Sjord now, who moved up into P7. They are slowly making some progress on the cars ahead of them. Will it be enough as we move into the second half of the race? I'm not sure. They certainly haven't given up the fight, and it doesn't seem like their battles slowed them down too much. They still could wind up with some decent points at the end of this race. Some going a little wide there, but he manages to keep it together. Zedian, unfortunately, is still in P10 in the LMP2 field. Oh, Sums lost it completely there. He's off into the gravel, and Sjord is away. Battle of the Dutchmen. Yeah, I would love if I actually used the commentary box and I could have drivers like pop in if they have to retire or get disqualified or something. Have drivers pop in afterwards so they can complain about it. I think it'd be fun. Raz Daniels in the pits now. I missed the click there. That's probably a normal pit stop. Now it looks like Echo's within a second of Walrusian here, trying to reclaim his prior glory. Where's Albaner gone? Albaner dropped to 11th in LMP2 now. He's lost it completely, and Walrusian loses it too. Oh my goodness. Not good news for their team, but I think Walrusian's managed to keep it together enough to stay competitive here. And how good am I keeping up with Turambar? This could be shaping up to be quite a fight in the next lap. Apex Envy in the pits, 9th in GTE class. Mac is taking a pit stop here with 27 minutes left of the race. He is in 4th place. We'll see if he loses any position due to that. I think Errol might sneak up into that P4 while Mac's in the pits, and he does. Kerman in a 36-second lead. Turambar and Haugood have been keeping up a really competitive pace here, not letting Kerman get too far ahead. But yeah, it looks like Haugood is still within a second of Turambar. Extrovert still leading GTE category. Moffel has passed Ice when we weren't looking, and is now 1.6 ahead of Ice as Ice loses it over the... Oh my goodness, that was a big hit with the wall. Ice he has got to be livid. That is bad luck. It seems he's still carrying on, but he might be needing some repairs. I'm not sure if he can... Yeah, he's losing it already. I'm not sure if he can go on with that level of damage for 25 minutes. Oh, unfortunate. Yeah, it's possible. Ice is a really aggressive driver. I don't think he's... I mean, he's a great driver, but I don't think he's very nice to his tires, so he may have worn out his tires a little bit, and then he seemed... he lost some downforce going over that crest, and oh my goodness. Oh, Ice, I'm sorry. Oh, I feel bad. Let's look away. I'm sorry, Ice. Let's give Ice some privacy as he goes into the pits and sorts his car out. Oh, that breaks my heart. Ice has had some bad luck this season, and it kills me to see, because I know he's a fantastic driver. Yeah, it's possible the tires were overheated. Yeah, I'm not sure. Extrovert keeping up with keeping up with the LMP car here. We'll go to the roof of Bill Kerman for a lap, see how he manages. Autodromo Internazionale Dino Enzo Ferrari. I very well could see Ice in the commentary box here again. It seems he's gone into the pits and he has not retired yet though, so he's still in this with a P7 in the GTE field. That's still points on the board. Sums is closing in. Yeah, Sums has taken P6 from Ice now, and Sjord is in P5. So they've managed to come back, even if they don't climb up any higher than this. Bill Kerman, track extending on camera. You heard it here first. Disqualified forever. Just kidding. If Sjords and Sums don't even gain any more positions from this, that's still a very impressive comeback on their part from having a major incident early in the race and having to go to the pits for repairs, and now making their way up to 5th and 6th place in their category. Looks like Howgood has caught back up to Turamar. Ice now out of the pits in P7. He's carrying on. Slowing up Turamar a little bit, which is definitely what Howgood wants to see right now. Yeah, I think Ice is still in this to win this. No, Ice retired. Ice retired. Sorry, bud. Yeah, we might see Ice in the commentary box now. We'll see how he's feeling. Ooh, Howgood losing it just a little bit there. Still, within half a second of Turamar. Howgood really wants this P2, and we'll see if they can make it happen. Getting caught out with some GTE traffic a little bit. Sjord is also moving up to Snacks. Yeah, we'll move to that. Sjord up on Snacks' backside, looking for that P4. If Sjord and Sums can somehow make a podium finish, I will eat my hat. So we are. Oh, it looks like taking a peek around the outside. It's now a drag race. Going around the outside, getting the best of it. Looks like he is making it stick now. Snacks down into 5th place. Sjord up into 4th. Impressive. And Sums now joining the pack. Sjord, Snacks, and Sums all within, I don't even know, 2-3 seconds of each other. Howgood still on Turamar's tail up there. It doesn't look like he's making it happen yet. And that's Sums moving up into 5th place now. Snacks dropping down into 6th. Sjord and Sums have just got a rivalry going on today. They are not letting that incident be forgotten. They're going to keep battling it out. We'll check in with Howgood. Still within a second of Turamar. They've got almost the exact pace for this entire race so far. I don't think 1, 2, and 3 in LMP2 field have not pitted yet, so that will be a major factor as we're getting into the dying laps soon. 20 minutes, 30 seconds remaining of the race. Moffel. Moffel is moving up on GTE leader Extrovert here. 1.2 between them as they move on to the... Yeah, it's too much of a gap for a slipstream for Moffel, unfortunately, but that is not what Extrovert wants to be seeing here. We'll see if he lays on the pace a little bit more and can stay ahead of Moffel, or if Moffel will actually catch up to him for lead of GTE. So yeah, we are down to 22 participants due to a couple disconnections, a couple retirements. Always some heartbreak during these races. I prefer to keep the drama on the racetrack rather than due to network conditions, but we'll see how it goes. And Moffel has shrunk it down to less than a second, but he can't quite get... Once he gets up into that slipstream, it is going to be go time. Oh, this is going to get risky, I tell you. Snacks into the pits now in P6 for GTE. Sjord and Subs in 4th and 5th. Jav and I stay down in 3rd for GTE. Looks like Howgood's eased off by a second behind Tourimar, so they're sticking in 1, 2, and 3, but they'll probably be needing a pit stop soon. I don't know if he can do the one stop in the LMP2 field. Moffel, again, not quite within Extrovert's slipstream. He's going to want to nail that penultimate corner if he wants to have a hope of taking Extrovert. He really needs to get within that half-second sweet spot to get that slipstream and possibly make a move. Welcome to anybody just joining us. We've got 17 minutes remaining of our hour-long race here at Imola, and I am sure there's going to be some drama to follow. Moffel's sticking with it. He is not letting up any pace. Sjord seems to be getting caught up with Josh Click a little bit. Otherwise, not too much going on in terms of battles besides the one we're looking at right now. Moffel still trying to get up to Extrovert. He's within 6/10. Oh, Extrovert is nailing these exits here. Really letting that Aston Martin fly. Oh no, an Extrovert is off. The pressure's gotten to him. He missed his braking zone, and that's Moffel into the lead for GTE category. Extrovert still sticking behind him, but he's dropped back to 1.2, 1.3. Oh, bad news for Extrovert, but good on Moffel. I'm not sure exactly. I don't want to misspeak, and I don't want to put Moffel down, but I think that's the first time I've seen Moffel leading his class this season, and that is just fantastic move. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Sjords and Sums, they've just been constantly reeling in the competition. They were up in the grid to begin with, and after that major incident, they didn't let that finish them. Looks like somebody went off track in the background a little bit. Extrovert trying to let that straight line speed do the talking here, but we'll see if he can recapture that first place. And I don't think either of these guys have hit either, so coming into the last 15 minutes of this race, we'll see if anything precipitates there for a pit strategy. That could be a major decider still in this race, because I don't know if a lot of people are trying one-stops, but we haven't seen a lot of planned pits going on in the second half of this race. Echo possibly making a move on Erold here for 4th place at LMP. It's within 7/10. Switch between these guys a little bit. Sjord passing Josh Click now, the LMP2 car. Some very serious pace there. Oh, and Extrovert's within a half second. He's going to catch up in a major way here along this straight. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, they're going side by side on the main straight into the kick, into the braking zone. Oh, and Extrovert's sticking left in a major way, but Moffel is sticking right with him. Oh my goodness. They're still battling side by side. They've gone too wide for the entire first sector. And that's Extrovert back into second place. But he has not given up yet, and it seems like some LMP2 traffic is getting in between them, tying him up a little too much. Has arrowed into the pits in the LMP2 field. He is in P7 currently. Oh, some very interesting battling going on here. And Extrovert's still with Moffo. He's not giving up yet. Still within 5/10 in that sweet spot where anything can happen. Oh, including a touch on the grass and a little bit of a spin. He manages not to bin it too badly. Still within a second of Moffo. Very impressive recovery at the very least. And he's back within 5/10 of Moffo. Wow. Wow is right. Absolutely exciting racing going on here today. And there's either Josh Click or Bill Kerman. Yeah, that's Bill Kerman coming up to the Moffo and Extrovert fight right now. Bill Kerman making his way around as they still duke it out. Everybody onto the start-finish straight now as Bill Kerman makes the pass. Is he going to tuck in? There's no room to tuck in. Let's be honest here. Everybody is side by side. Look at that. So fast into the braking zone. Let's see what happens. Moffel touched the grass, went off. Extrovert into first place now. Very intense racing. My goodness. Wow. I'm nearly at a loss for words for what we just saw, but luckily I've always got some stuff to say. Moffel's not giving up on Extrovert just yet. Check back with him in a moment. Zedian looking to catch up to Raz Daniels, not quite making it happen. We're seeing some very beat up GTE cars here in the field. Sums looks like he's kind of sticking to Josh Click. Sjord is in front of Josh Click, and Josh has not been able to get in front. Everything's kind of just messed up a little bit down that far in the field. And our live stream bot in the Discord just now realized I was streaming as there's 11 minutes left of the race here, and we are nowhere near finished with the drama. Yeah, there's just kind of a mishmash of LMP2 cars and GTE cars here. Sjord and Sums are still going to be fighting it out, and I think, is that a back marker between them? Yeah, Sjord's in the Ferrari, Sums in the Ford GT. I don't know who that is between them, but that's not really what Sums wants to see. Moffel still within a second of Extrovert here. Very exciting racing. My heart rate is up. I'm gonna need a nap after this, just to come down from it all. I don't know if my poor heart can take much more racing of this caliber. That's Turambar into the pits in P2, in the LMP2, and How Good Am I is surely going to be swooping that position out from Turambar, as How Good does not go into the pits. He's going to take P2 from Turambar. It seems like now, just under 10 minutes left of the race, Kerman and How Good might be trying a one-stop on the LMP2, but I feel like they would need a splash of fuel. I don't think these things have very big fuel tanks, but I very well could be mistaken. Oh, here we can see fuel. They got... How Good's got 11.7 liters of fuel left. Kerman's got 5.1. Kerman most likely will have to take a brief pit stop before the end of the race, but he does have a 1 minute 20 second lead, so that is more than enough time to get some fuel and tires if he wants or needs them. Turenbar falling down into fourth position now in the LMP2 field as Echo moves onto the podium provisionally. Moffel within 5/10 of Extrovert still. Yes, can do. So we got 23 liters for Moffel and 26 for Extrovert. So I'm not going to do the calculation myself, but they very well could make it the last 8.25 minutes till the end of the race. Walrusian in the pits now. Sedian moved up into P7 for the LMP2 field. Sjord making his way out. T'Challa into the pits, and Sjord and Subs now overtaking that LMP2 car for overall position. Oh, within 3/10 here. Yeah, I think they'll both make it to the end. They're just going to fight it out to the end. I think they need to. Now we can't see tires in race director mode, unfortunately. It's silly because in the regular... Oh, Moffel getting real close to Extrovert, touching the grass, does not lose his composure. What is going on here between Howgood and Echo? And another car caught up with them. That's race leader Bill Kerman lapping his compatriots here. Very interesting formation going on. But yeah, in spectator mode, regular spectator mode, you can see tires, but on race director mode, you can't. It's really goofy. I wish we could get more analytics as race director, but what do you do? Howgood down to 8.7 liters. Bill Kerman down to 1.4. He surely is going to be hitting the pits at the end of this lap. Where is he on the map? Yeah, he is cutting it very close here. 2 corners left until the pit entry, and he is running on a liter. Sending in Raz Daniels, that's Bill Kerman predictably into the pits here. I think he's got enough to get to his pit stop, to his pit box, and that's about it. But that's fine. He's got an entire lap to take his pit stop there before his competitors catch up to him. Sedian and Raz Daniels having a bit of a tiff here. Coming up on some major traffic. It's going to be hard to get any moves done here. What happens this lap is going to be very important for their positions. Bill's still in the pits. Bill is just coming out of the pits, still in first place. Seems like he just got that 15.5, 16 liters of fuel, and he is back at it. Echo with 20. Ooh, Ford GT spinning out there in front of Echo. He manages to keep it together. He's got enough fuel to make it to the end. Howgood got 6.9 liters for 5.5 minutes. That's going to be a tricky one. We'll check back in with him in a bit to see what happens here. Hav is behind Josh Click there, trying to make the best of it. Sedian getting separated from Raz Daniels by a GTE car. Sedian making his move here on the brief straight section into the braking zone. Oh, takes it really wildly over the bumper and spins out. That is, oh, and another spin out. Oh my goodness, that wasn't Kerman, that was Josh Click, I think, having some more bad luck getting caught up by that crash. Yeah, I couldn't tell if there was contact there or not. Surely going over the curb as violently as he did was enough to upset the LMP car, but it's very possible that there was additional contact there with that GTE car. Where's our GTE leaders here? Moffel now 2.3 behind Extrovert. Probably, unless he pulls some pace out right now, that could be P1 secured for Extrovert, but there's still 4 minutes left in the race, so we'll see if any surprises happen. Looked like Extrovert was drifting a little bit through that corner. He's still pushing real hard with Moffel behind him, so it's definitely not over here in the GTE field. They're pushing extra hard, and I don't think they've got fresh tires on. I think they've got some very worn tires going on, so this is the twilight zone here where mistakes happen and all the pressure in the world is on their shoulders. It seems How Good, by my calculations, will make it on that 4.7. That's 2 more laps, possibly 3. If it goes to a 3rd lap, he might be in trouble, actually. He's going to be cutting it very close with just barely 3 minutes left of the race here. I don't know if I'm having an audio glitch or... No, I think How Good was lifting and coasting to preserve some fuel there, pushing the clutch in to save fuel to the end. I think he's going to go for it. He doesn't want to pit. He wants to make it, yeah. And with a 22-second lead to Mac and 2 minutes left, he very well could just hold on to this 3rd place if he can really preserve his fuel for the next 2 minutes. Harold up on Zedian's tail here. Yeah, he's surely going to coast over the line. That's going to be interesting to see. Harold here, 4/10 behind Zedian. I believe they're passing Josh Click there. Oh, was there contact there? Oh my goodness, Harold tucked in, I think, a little too soon. It seemed like there was some serious contact there, but everybody's still going in a straight line, so what do I know? I don't know. But Harold seemed to shake a little violently. It could have just been the camera playing tricks on us here. So GTE still being led by Extrovert, Moffel still in 2nd place, Have a Nice Day still in 3rd place, Sjord and Sums in 4th and 5th, and that's going to be just a fine place to finish from going to the back of the field and reclaiming all of that lost ground. It's a really, really impressive comeback for them, and it's going to be some good points on the board for them. 40 seconds left of the race. How Good's got 2 liters left in his tank. Bill Kerman is just getting through the first sector with 28 seconds. This may be the final lap of the race here. So I believe How Good will be... Oh, it's going to be so close. I think he's going to be fine on 1.8. Oh man, he's going to be fuel saving so hard. I think he'll be alright. This is surely the final lap. No, it might not be. He might cross the line before Bill Kerman finishes his lap. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, we know Bill Kerman's got this in the bag. I don't think anything dramatic's gonna go on here. Let's watch How Good's fuel saving to the finish. Oh, Harold's also pressing up on Zedian. I'm gonna try to switch cameras a little bit to see if we can catch the last bits of drama here in the race. How good with... Oh, is that Kerman in front of him? Yeah, okay. How good has just been saved by Kerman. Kerman there weaving on his final lap, taking overall win of the race. How good is going to cross the line with 0.7, maybe 0.6 liters of fuel. That is How good's third place finish solidified. Kerman just saved him there. Kerman taking the lead of the LMP2 and Echo in second place in the LMP2. Let's see if Moffel's 3 seconds behind Extrovert. I don't think he can get anything done here on the final lap. Woo! Alright, I don't know on a timed race if Project Cars takes everybody's distance once the leader crosses the line, or if it still counts right now. Everybody has to cross the line. I don't know how that works. That would be something worth looking into. But in the GTE category, it looks like Extrovert in first place, Muffle in second. Some very exciting fighting there between them in the last half of the race. Have a Nice Day takes a podium there. Sjord and Sums, 4th and 5th. Very good comeback on their part. Snacks in 6th. Apex Envy 7th. Dat Miffy, 8th place. Jans 9th. And Mason in 10th. I think we had another retirement. T'Challa retired for the LMP2 field. LMP2 wound up being Kerman, Echo, and How Good in 1, 2, and 3, respectively. Mac taking 4th place. Turimbar, 5th. Raz Daniels shaking his booty in 6th place, doing a pretty sick drift. Hooning it up hardcore. Yeah, I was just about to go back to Bill. Oh well. So yeah, Bill, Echo, and How Good in the LMP2 category. Extrovert, Moffle, and Have a Nice Day in GTE category. Albiner with a 10-second penalty, unfortunately. Congratulations to all our drivers. Really, really amazing racing. Amazing performances all around. That was a fantastic race. So much fun to watch. I hope everybody else enjoyed it. Thanks everybody for being with us here on the Season 2 Week 4 main series race. We will be back at it next week. Let me check where we're at next week here. We're going to be at Hockenheim GP next week for another hour of multi-class racing. Yeah, that was fantastic. Yeah, thanks for joining us. If anybody here is interested in joining PCDC, go to pcdc.link. We got lots of exciting and varied events coming up. But that is all for now. Congrats again to the drivers. Thanks everybody for joining us. I've been Dustin the Destroyer for Project Cars Drivers Club. Have a fantastic rest of your day.